evening, everyone. We are here in ground number one of Eagle Sports. This is the 13th game of this tournament. So the last three league matches, and the first match is between Pakistan United and Imperial Sri Lanka. And Pakistan United have won the toss, and they have elected to ball first. We have both the batsmen here on the crease, Tharindu, Rajapakse and Sarafsan. Irfan Kani, the first delivery, just above the bowler's head here. Played it back, it was a full length delivery, not too much of a pace. And just played it up and above the bowler's head for a single. And with this single, Tharindu opens his account. So this is the left hand, right hand combinations. So we have two fielders who are outside the 30-yard circle. Deep Thurman and Deep Squally. And Sarafsan to face the first delivery. That's a good leg delivery onto his pad, waist height. Good running between the wicket here. So just punched it down. Not trying to hit the ball too hard. And both the batsmen in the two consecutive deliveries opened their account here. Two singles. Pakistan United have won the last three league matches comfortably, and once again, pitch, and that's an edge, goes straight to the keeper, and that's the first wicket goes for Team Imperial Sri Lanka. Irfan Kayani, uaecricket actually bowling a bit away from the right hander. The batsman trying to reach the ball, takes a faint edge, I would say a big edge, and goes straight to the keeper. And good take by the keeper there. He had to tie him on his right, but takes both the gloves, and catch has been taken cleanly. So Tharindu, Rajapakse have to walk back, scoring one run, and Irfan Kayani gets the wicket in this first over. That's his career's 751st wicket. That's a big, big number in terms of wicket taking. The last three matches played by Pakistan United, they have chased down the total very easily. So they have gone with the same combination here. They That's opening the face of the bat, plays it towards the wide deep point, and that's gone for a four. That's the first boundary and the first delivery faced by the new batsman, and placing the ball to the perfection here. After this boundary, there is a bit of field change here. The deep third man who was more finer is now more wider. That's banged in shot, but played towards the fine leg. But the fine leg fielder is inside the 30-yard circle, and the ball will definitely race towards the boundary. So two back-to-back boundaries here. So after the wicket, the new batsman Vasanta Varnapura comes in and opens his account with two back-to-back boundaries. That's taken in edge, but there is no slip there. Goes towards the third man region, and that's a single. So that's the end of over number one. 11 for 1 in 1. Over of the inning here. That's a beautiful delivery, a good leg delivery, and good bounce as well, coming onto the waist height. Played it towards the deep cover, extra cover region, and for a single. So now the change in field because of the left-hander. Sarafsan is the new fielder. And that's the wicket. What has happened here? Sarafsan moving away a bit. That was a good length delivery. Wanted to just play it down the ground. Missed it completely, and the ball takes the stump here. And there's the second wicket gone for Imperial Sri Lanka. What's happening? Yeah, two wickets in 2 overs. So 12 for 2 Imperial Sri Lanka. That's a good delivery. Punch it back towards. There is a chance of a run out here. Good thinking by the batsman, sending the non-striker back, not taking a risk here. So the new batsman Ayesh Virasinghe played it back to the bowler. Good comeback, good over by Nadeem so far. 4 deliveries, just 1 run and 1 wicket. So the decision of taking the bowling first seems to be good for Team Pakistan United. Once again a good line delivery, but away from the left-hander. Played it towards the backward point area for 2 runs. That's way away from the left-hander, and it's a wide signal by the umpire, so an extra run being added. That's banged in the shadow. That was a chance here, and he had both his hand onto the ball, but missed by the fielder, and the ball races towards the boundary. That's a chance of a catch. So unfortunate for the bowler here, he could have got the second wicket in this over, and so end of over number 2, 19 for 2. That's an over-pitched delivery. Goes straight towards the keeper. A dot delivery here to start with for the new bowler Umar. That's punching towards the cover, and there's once again a misfield. And with this misfield, they take a single here. There's a chance of overthrow, but no, they don't want to take an unnecessary risk. That's once again overplayed. That is onto the patch here. The ball is running towards the fine leg region. The batsman running hard. I want to take a double, but no. So leg by given by the umpire, and there was a big appeal for LBW, but it was going down the leg side, and umpire Bilal Gave the decision of a leg bye. Once again, pitch onto the pads here this time. Played it towards the bowler. Not too much of timing or power in that. And it was deliberately punched down the ground. That's a pitch goes towards the cover. Once again, a slight misfield goes towards the mid-off region. Irfan Khani, the fielder, throws it back to the keeper. Meanwhile, they take a single here and change of field for the left-hander. That's down the leg side and wide given by the umpire. So one more run added to the total in the form of a wide here. So Umar Farooq bowling his first over, 5 balls, so 3 runs. He is wicketless so far. That's a slow delivery, slice and takes and top edge going towards the deep point region. Fielder going underneath it and cuts it off on time just before the boundary rope and keeps it down to 2 runs. So the end of 3 overs, 25 for 2. That's a beautiful delivery, a bit of a shape here. Just a good length, pitching on middle and leg and moving a bit away for the right hander. So Nadeem is the new bowler bowling his second over. Now for the left-hander, they are having a field change, deep mid-wicket and deep wide third man. Again, ball coming in sharply for the left-hander. Good run delivery, they're going to run quickly. That's good running between the wicket here. Now it's a time for compensating on the damage here. So Imperial Sri Lanka dealing in singles and doubles till the time they build up a partnership here. Played it towards the mid-wicket area, down the ground, fielder there. He comes in running from the boundary to cut it off and just take a single. No chance of a run here, straight to the fielder at covers. That's a good delivery. Played beautifully above the umpire and the bowler here. And meanwhile, they take 2 runs. That's the safest place inside the ground, just behind the bowler. And the batsman targets that area. And well played there. It was a good delivery coming in. And played beautifully. It piercing the fielder, perfect gap there, just away from the fielder, the covers, and the ball races towards the boundary for 4. That's down the leg side, the batsman throwing the bat onto it, but no connection here, and the ball goes into the gloves of keeper. But wide given by the umpire, it was way down the leg side. Once again onto the leg side, playing it towards the mid-wicket area. And they take a single here. The score 36 for 2 in 4.1 overs. That's played uppishly and going towards the backward point region, cut it off by the third man fielder and keeps it down to 2 runs. So that's a good fielding. 38 for 2 in 4.2 overs. That's a block hole delivery played towards the cover. There is the fielder, there is a shy at the stump, and there is no proper backing here. And because of that, the batsmen take 2 runs. So the partnership is now building up for team Imperial Sri Lanka, and that's required now. 28 of 19 is the partnership. That's a good delivery. There was outside the off stump for the left-hander. The batsman throwing the bat onto it, but it was way away from the bat, and a wide given by the umpire. Once again, way away from the left-hander, and well left by the batsman here, and a single has been added in the form of extra. That comes in sharply. There's a bit of a movement, and then they take a single. That's played beautifully over the mid-wicket area for a maximum. So that's an amazing shot. It was just a bit over-pitch delivery, lifting his back leg up and with a flick of a wrist played it towards the mid-wicket for a maximum. That's onto the pads, played it towards the mid-on region for a single. So slowly but steadily, Imperial Sri Lanka are doing well here, going at a run rate of 10 without taking too much of a risk. That's a good batting by Imperial Sri Lanka as well. So 50 for 2. And now it's 51 for 2 in 5.1 overs. That's played straight towards the mid-on. It went down quickly. So this time they don't take a chance of a single here. That's banged in shot, and the batsman wanted to play but takes an outside edge and goes towards the third man region for a boundary. That's played upishly going towards the extra cover region for a single. Oh, wow, that was a chance here. Good running between the wicket. The kicks turn quickly. Slight fumble by the fielder at mid-off. There could have been a casualty if the fielder would have collected it cleanly. Nevertheless, that's a good delivery here. Goes past the bat, very close to the bat, inside edge, and goes straight to the keeper. No run here. 6 overs, that's the end of the power play. 57 for 2. That's down the leg side, just punch it towards the square leg region for a single. And after the power play, now the field restriction has been lifted. 5 fielders can be outside the 30-yard circle, and the captain Arsalan Asif comes into the attack here. The first delivery was onto the leg side for the right-hander, and played it gently towards the square leg region for a single. That's a flighted delivery. Wanted to block the ball, takes an outside edge, goes to the third man, and there's a chance. No, that's a good running between the wicket, and the 2 runs have been taken here. That's in the air, but in the gap here, exactly piercing between the 2 fielder. What a shot! Played up Pishley. He sees the fielder at mid wicket is inside the 30-yard circle, and plays it handsomely, and the ball races towards the boundary. Once again, but played it down the ground this time towards the wide long on. The fielder had to run onto his left to cut it off and throws it back and keeps it down to just a single. Good fielding there. full length delivery just away from the fielder at short covers, and they take 2 runs here. Not a great fielding effort there, but meanwhile the batsmen take 2 runs and the score moves on to 67 for 2. 10 runs in the first 5 deliveries of this over. Just gently played towards the point region for a single. So end of over number 7, 68 for 2. I must say, Team Imperial Sri Lanka, without taking too much of risk, but still scoring good enough with almost 10 run rate. So that's a good batting display so far. So now medium pacer Awais Mughal comes into the attack. That's a bit over pitch delivery, played it towards the point region. There is a fielder there, but they take a quick single here. That's a good running. That's a full toss, and what a shot! Sweet sound of the bat here, and capitalizing on to the full toss delivery and played it towards mid wicket for a maximum. It was a flat 6, and the batsmen want to go upstairs to check whether it is a no ball, height no ball. So we are waiting here for the third umpire's signal. So it would be interesting to see. Yes, it was definitely a full toss, but was it above the waist height? Yet to be answered. So no ball has been signaled by the umpire. It was waist height delivery, and it was dispatched towards the mid wicket for a maximum. So it's a free hit delivery now. It wanted to play towards the mid wicket, but it was wide on the offside. Takes the bottom of the bat and goes straight to the bowler, but missed by the bowler here, and they take a single. So lucky for the bowler. That's punched in down the ground towards the mid-on region, and they take a single here. 7.4 overs, 78 for 2. 10 runs in the first 4 deliveries of Awais Mughal. He is a wicket-taking bowler for team Pakistan United for sure. Away from the left-hander, nothing from the umpire. It's a good delivery, a legal delivery here. So we have two umpires, two officials officiating this tournament from the start. The senior most and ECB and ICC level one umpire, Mr. Bilal and Mohsin. There was a chance again, two back-to-back chances for Muzammil. Both the time it's a drop catches here. It was in there for quite some time. He is living dangerously. So two chances goes begging in the two consecutive deliveries, but for the by the two bowlers. The last delivery of Arsalan Asif and the first delivery of Awais Mughal. It's good. Up in the air, just over the head of long on fielder for a maximum. That's played down the ground just for single. That's just away from the batsman. There is an appeal, soft-hearted appeal for caught behind, but nothing from the umpire. So that delivery. Moving away, playing it towards the cover. There's a fielder there moving on the right side. Collects the ball, throws it back to the bowler. Meanwhile, they take two runs. They have quick feet. Both the batsmen here. They're running hard on the. So the last delivery of this over and the 10th over from the commentators in. So after this, there would be change of side coming from the ground number 2 end. Played upishly. There is a fielder going behind it, just away from the fielder. As I said, this batsman Muzammil is living dangerously. This is the third chance. This was the toughest chance, but it could have been a casualty. So that's the end of over number 10. Though Imperial Sri Lanka have lost 3 wickets, but the scoring rate is impressive. 97, 9.7 is the run rate. So we'll take a short little break and come back for the second part of this inning from the ground number 2 end. Welcome back from the ground number 2 and good shot here. Moving away from the ball, giving himself some room and played toward the deep point region. A cut shot. That's a beautiful shot. Opening his body, plays it towards the fine leg, wide fine leg for a single. Once again giving himself some room, trying to cut hard, but misses, and keeper does the rest. Played it down the ground, just for a single. With the single, 100 comes up on the board for team Imperial Sri Lanka in the 11th over. That's low in the air, goes down on one knee, plays it handsomely over the deep mid-wicket area for a maximum. What a beautiful shot by Vasanta Varnapura. This was a bit quicker delivery, played it towards the point region. There is a fielder there, and they take a quick single. So end of over number 11, 107 for 3. Oh, that's a misfield and the ball running towards the third man boundary. The fielder will cut it off. Meanwhile, they take 2 runs. So Arsalan Asif comes back into the attack, bowling his third over. Down the leg side, punts it down the ground. The bowler running towards the ball, picks it up and kicks it down to a single. So 110 on board of 3 wickets in 11.2 overs, going at a run rate of 9.71. That was slow delivery. Once again, wanted to place it towards the point and gully region, but no connection here. A dot delivery. Played it down, takes an inside edge, stays on the crease. Wanted to take a single, but the keeper stopping the ball and seems to be in some pain here. Might be a cramp, so hope it's not a serious one. And he blocks it for a dot delivery. Once again tries to do the single chance here, but I think so. The batsman has made the ground. The running between the wicket is very good for Team Imperial Sri Lanka here. So now the score is at Nelson 1-1-1 for 3 in 11.5 overs. Played it towards the extra cover region for 2 runs. They take it and do it comfortably. And with this double run, Vasanta Varnapura completes his 50. What an innings here by Vasanta. When the wickets were falling, Vasanta came in to bat, and he is playing with some intent here. With 3 maximums and 2 boundaries, he is batting on 51 of just 29 deliveries with a strike rate of 175. Big bow to this batsman here. Played it up in the air. The fielder trying to come underneath it. Had the hand onto it, but the ball goes inside the boundary lope for a boundary. I believe this is the 4th chance given by Muzammil to the fielders here. 4 drop chances. One was a bit difficult, but the 3 chances were takeable. That's played again in the air. The fielder coming underneath it. This time he had to come in almost 15 to 20 yards, and this takes a catch comfortably. Irfan Kayani, the fielder, the first time he had dropped the catch of this batsman Muzammil, but this time takes the catch comfortably. But he had to run in almost 15 to 20 yards. Good catch by Irfan. So the 4th wicket goes for Imperial Sri Lanka, 117 for 4. new batsman Narendra Kulasinghe, and he is playing a 67th match with 772 runs with an average of almost 20. He plays it towards the mid-wicket area and takes a single, opens his account. Piyush Kumar is the bowler, bowling his second over. Now opens his body in the gap here, but the fielder trying to cut it off and misfield there, and the ball races towards the boundary. He just had to run on to his right, almost 5 yards. He had a slide, but I believe it went through his legs and it goes for a boundary. Onto his pads, just gently playing down the ground towards the mid-wicket area for a single. So end of over number 13, 123, 1, 2, 3 for 4. So new bowler Javed Chakwal, he is a right arm medium pace coming around the wicket for the right-handed batsman. Vasanta is there on the crease for a long time now. That's a good delivery onto the leg side, but moving in, coming nicely towards the batsman, but played it gently, not trying to hit it too hard. And they take a single here. This is Javed Chakwal's first over, the right-handed bowler who has a sling arm action. Oh, beautiful delivery. It's a Yorker length block hole delivery. Well done, batsman. Once again, a block hole delivery. Wanted to play onto the onside. Takes an inside edge. Goes towards the third man region for a single. Good bowling by Javed Chakwal. Two deliveries, the last two deliveries were ball in a block hole. That's full length delivery, trying to bowl a Yorker once again, but it was in the slot. Batsman had a shy onto it, takes an outside edge, goes towards the wide third man area for a boundary. Once again looking for a Yorker, but this time makes it as a low full toss. Played it towards long on area for a single. Last delivery, once again it was in the slot, but moving away from the right hander, wanted to play on towards the leg side, but shaping away from the batsman and goes straight to the keeper's gloves, a dot delivery. The first over complete for Javed Chakwal, and the score 130 for 4. Ali Naqvi is the new bowler. He is a slow left arm orthodox bowler. That's a slower delivery. Played it towards mid-on region for a single. The left-handed bowler coming around the wicket for a right-hander. That's trying to play the quicker delivery. It was a bit short and played handsomely towards a backward square leg area for a 4. That's his big swing and that's a big appeal as well. I think the batsman had moved away and the impact would definitely would be outside the off stump. So there is a appeal which was denied by the umpire. So batsman survived. Away from the right hander, takes an inside edge onto his pads and stays there. So good comeback by Ali Naqvi after the second delivery which was dispatched for a boundary. That's a good delivery, played well towards the deep mid-wicket area. One bounce straight to the fielder, throws back to the bowler here and they take a single. So 6 runs of this over so far. Last legal delivery to be bowled. That's a good delivery. Batsman not taking a risk here, gently pushing it back to the bowler. A top delivery. So just the 6 runs of this over. Good over by Ali Naqvi. 136 for 4 in 15. once again, Yorker and delivery here in the block holes. I believe Javed Chakwal is known for his block hole deliveries. So it's very difficult to pick such deliveries and dispatch. But at the same time, it is very difficult for the bowler to bowl all the deliveries into the block hole. Sometimes you might miss, and the batsman would wait for those deliveries to capitalize on. That's a better delivery, pitching outside leg, moving and coming in to the right hander. So pushing it down towards the cover region for a single. That's over pitch delivery, played it towards the cow corner. The long on fielder running onto his right and cuts it off and keeps it down to just a single. That's a good fielding. 15.3 overs, 138 runs, three singles of this over so far. That's a good delivery, but played it equally well towards the forward point region, and they take a single. That's a beautiful delivery. Yorkerland wanted to just guide it towards the fine leg area, missed it, and the stump is being rattled. So, as the cricketing term says, you miss, I hit, and that is exactly what happened here. And Javed Chakwal gets the wicket of Eranda. So, the fifth wicket falls for Imperial Sri Lanka, and the first wicket for Javed Chakwal. Last delivery played towards the square leg area for a dot delivery to end the over. So new batsman Srinath Wali Gamage. And that's the end of over number 16. 140 for 5. So good over by Javed Chakwal, just 4 runs and 1 wicket in this over. Ali Nafi comes back, beg your pardon, it's Piyush Kumar who comes back into the attack. That's had quite a bit of a bounce here and played it to deep extra cover and they take a single. Slower delivery played up and above the bowler and the umpire, and that's a very safe shot into the gap and gone for 4. That's a good delivery, played it back to the bowler gently. No run here. So Piyush Kumar, that's a quicker delivery here, takes an outside edge, ball running towards the boundary. The fielder trying to cut it off, has to see whether the ball stops just inside the boundary line. And meanwhile, they take a couple of runs. That's a beautiful delivery, a bit of a turn. Batsman has been taken for a surprise here. Wanted to play onto the leg side, moving away, and goes to the keeper. A dot delivery. That's a quick delivery once again, and goes straight to the keeper. That's a 2-dot delivery to end the over. 147 for 5. So just 7 runs of this over, even after a boundary. So that's a good bowling and good comeback by Piyush Kumar. So he completes the three overs, 27 for 1. And now Awais Mughal is the new bowler. He is the one who got wicket in his third match, 4 wickets. Last match I think so he had got a couple. This match he is wicketless so far. But he is a wicket-taking bowler for team Pakistan United. That's played up in the air, and the fielder is just a spectator there. He is watching the ball sail over his head on the long off boundary, and that's a maximum coming from the bat of Vasanta. Once again, played up and high. Second, 2 back-to-back maximum here. One at the long off, the second one on the long on. Both the deliveries were over-pitched deliveries in the slot. And the batsman who had come in early in the first over He is seeing the ball like a football here. The fifth maximum coming up from the bat of Vasanta Varnapura. He is batting brilliantly. This time plays it towards the point. Fielder coming underneath it and drop the chance here. So he was never looking comfortable and trying to take it too low onto his body. And that's wicket goes begging for team in Pakistan United. And Vasanta Varnapura survives and moves into his 80s. That was an open delivery played towards the long off region. A couple of bounces go straight to the fielder there, and they take a single. And there is misfield. The fielder, the bowler could not collect it cleanly, and they take 2 runs. And with these 2 runs, Vasanta Purnapura comes back into the strike. That's handsomely played. What a shot! You beauty. It was again in the slot, but it was going inside his leg. He moves a bit away, lifts his back leg, and plays it above the bowler and the umpire for the third maximum of this over. And he moves to 88, 2 fat ladies. What a shot here. The fielder did not even bother to put his hand onto it. It was traveling like a tracer bullet. It was just away from the right-hander and the batsman just guiding it toward the backward point region for a 4. There was a very costly over. The last over conceding 26 runs. Javed Chakwal comes back into the attack. He is bowling his third over. He is being very economical. This time it was a good limb delivery. And Srinath doing the right thing, just taking a single and giving the strike to Vasanta because he is batting in his 90s and doing good for himself and for his team. Played it just above the bowler. As I said, it's a very safe area. There's a chance for an out if it does, and that is, and yes, says the umpire. The finger goes up. He has sacrificed his wicket. He wants most of the strike to be given to Vasanta Varnapura, and that's a right thing to do. And I believe that the message coming from the captain as well. As soon as the ball went, they were looking for 2 runs. Vasantavanapura made his ground, but on the other hand, Srinath had to sacrifice his account. So he has to walk back after scoring 6 runs of 6 deliveries. So the wicket number 6 goes for Imperial Sri Lanka. New batsman Usita Adiraviga for 174 for 6 in 18.2 overs. That's onto the pads. What a shot here. It's inside the gap. It has gone towards the cow corner region. Have to wait and watch the umpire's signal, whether it's a 4 or a maximum. It is a boundary given by the umpire. He is batting in a different planet altogether. Vasanta Varnapura. He is making a difference for his team. Down the leg side and a wide given by the umpire. The score moves on to 179 for 6. So when the wickets were tumbling on the one end, the other end, Vasanta Varnapura is holding on to it and just not holding on, scoring runs in quick succession as well. Going a strike rate of 200. Once again down the leg side, was it a bat here or pads? It's a bat and that's a boundary and a century for Vasanta Varnapura. 100 of just 49 deliveries. He is definitely batting like a king here. Vasanta Varnapura, that's for you from Team Imperial Sri Lanka. He is a lone warrior, I can say. 100 of just 49 deliveries. That's better length delivery. They have gone for a single here. That's a low full toss. Played it towards mid-wicket area for a single. So end of over number 19. 185 for 6. The last over of this inning to be bowled. That's a few bounces straight to the field up at square leg, deep square leg for a single here. And now the strike goes to Vasanta Varnapura, and the captain is bowling the last over. That's played down the ground towards the mid-wicket area. They're just going for a single. So 187 for 6 in 19.2 overs. Swing and a miss, just giving himself some room, trying to play it on the leg side. No connection, and it's a dot delivery. So last over, last three deliveries to be bowled, 187 for 6. Vasanta is on the other side. That's a low full toss straight to the fielder, and this time he doesn't make a mistake, and that's a catch here. So Arsalan Nasif gets his second wicket, and Osita has to walk back. So the seventh wicket for Team Imperial Sri Lanka goes down. The new batsman Sual Perera, last two deliveries of this over. Played it down the ground towards mid-on for a single. So last delivery to be played by Vasanta Varnapura. He had come into bat in the first over. So he is still at the crease. So last legal delivery to be bowled. Played it in the gap, but there is a fielder who will cut it off and throws it back to the bowler. There is a chance of a run out now. He takes two runs there. Good running between the wicket, and that's the end of the inning. 190 for 7. So team Pakistan United requires 191 in their allotted 20 overs. So we'll take a short little break and come back for the chase. Welcome back for the chase here. That's a good delivery coming around the wicket for the right-hander. And Irfan Kayani, a well-experienced batsman for the first time opening for Pakistan United this time. Along with him, it's Ali Naqvi. That's played down the ground towards the cow corner region. And Irfan Kayani opens the account. So bowling the ball is it Vasanta Varnapura, who just scored a century a while ago. He is starting the proceeding and bowling to Ali Naqvi, who is the left-handed batsman. Takes an inside edge and stays there. The first delivery, no foot movement. Wanted to play from the place he was standing. No chance of a run here. Swing and a miss. The ball goes straight to the keeper. That's a quicker and beautiful delivery. This again just opening his body, playing it towards the wide long on region for a single. That was a good over. Just 2 runs coming off it. Vinod Hishan is the new bowler. He is a right arm medium pacer. Bowling is first delivery to the left-handed batsman coming around the wicket. So they are, as it is a power play, they have two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Currently, one fielder is at long on. And the second fielder who is outside 30-yard circle is the deep third man. Moving away, plays it towards the cow corner region. The long on fielder could not cut it off, and the first boundary coming from the bat of Ali Naqvi. So the score 6 for no loss in 1.1 over. So there is a change in field here, and there is a fielder coming onto the mid-wicket area. So the two once again exactly at the same position, and this time they had a fielder manning that area, and they cut it down to just a single here. So bowling over over the wicket for the right-handed batsman. Onto the leg side, gently pushed towards the square leg area, and they go for a single here. It was way outside off stump for the left-hander, and the ball running towards the third man area. It's a wide signal by the umpire, and 4 runs, so 5 runs being added to the total in the form of extra. Once again, this was a back of a good length delivery, rising in sharply to the left-hander. Wanted to play towards the mid-wicket area, but takes an inside edge and goes towards the fine leg for a boundary. See, once again, the ball was onto the offside, and he is swinging his bat towards the leg. And this time, once again, takes an inside edge and goes towards the square leg area for a single. The score 18, 16 runs of this over so far in the 5 deliveries, a bit costly. And the last delivery of this over. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Batsman wanted to just block the delivery, just moving away from him, and goes nicely into the hands of the keeper. A top delivery to end the over. 2 overs, 18 for no loss. That's played once again towards the forward square leg area, and the ball runs towards the boundary. So that's a good batting by Ali Nafiya. Onto the leg side, played it towards the flying leg area. It's a wide signal by the umpire, away from his body, and that goes for a boundary. Once again, 5 runs added as a extra. Played towards the deep mid-wicket area for a single. Irfan Khani playing sensibly here. He's not taking too much of risk. He is dealing with just single. Once again, moving his body, placing it towards the mid-wicket area, and they go for a single. That's picked up beautifully, played it up and above the mid-wicket fielder for a maximum. That's the first maximum coming from the bat of Irfan Kayani, and for Team Pakistan United. The score 36 of 3 overs. And Irfan Kayani getting to bat as an opener for the first time in this series, and he is making his presence felt here. That's a good in delivery, banged in shot. There is a chance of a run out here. The bowler on his follow through had his hand onto it, but a slight misfield. The batsman wanted to take a single, but sent back by the non-striker. That's a good delivery, played up in the air. The fielder coming underneath it, just away from the fielder, and the batsman survives here. The first chance, which is not been taken by Sri Lanka, Imperial Sri Lanka, and Ali Naqvi survives. That's a good delivery, but beautifully played in the gap. But the ball slowing down a bit toward the extra cover for 2 runs. That's a good fielding by the fielder, running and stopping it with the legs there and keeping it down to just 2 runs, saving 2 runs for the team. That's taken an outside edge, coming down the track, wanted to play up and above, and goes toward the third man boundary. It's a four from the bat of Irfan Khayani. Nevertheless, whether it may be from outside edge, but it comes under the account of the batsman here and for the team. So they quickly moves on to 43 in 3.4 overs. Down, it was back of a good length delivery, a bit slow, but it went on low to the batsman, played it all down the ground towards mid wicket for a single. Once again, it is a good length delivery and takes an inside edge, and the keeper diving onto his right. I think the ball was dying onto him, and there's no run here. A dot delivery to get end the over. 44, going at a run rate of 11. Kasun Mangala is the new bowler, who is a right arm off-break bowler. On to the leg side, play towards the square leg area. There is a fielder there, cuts it off. Good fielding. and no run here. That's a big appeal. That's a big appeal, and the finger goes up by the umpire. That's the first wicket for Team Imperial Sri Lanka, and the batsman Irfan Kayani has to walk back. Played it down the ground, and there is a fielder who will cut it off. They don't go for a single here, so Imran Khan is the new batsman. It was on to the leg side, played it beautifully towards the forward square leg area for a boundary. Once again on the leg side, they go for a run here. That's a good running between the wicket. There is a fielder backing up and keep it down to just a single. 49 for one in 4.5 overs. That's a dot delivery to end the over. That's a good over by Kasut. One wicket and just 5 runs. So in the 5 overs, 49 for one. Straight to the point region, cuts it, and no chance of a run here. There is a fielder there. So Sashi is the new bowler who is bowling his second over. That's hitting the deck hard onto the good length, climbing in nicely towards the batsman, played it down towards the bowler, just a top delivery. That's takes an outside edge and goes towards the third man region. But there is a fielder there who will cut it off and keep it down to just a single. Swing. That's a chance and taken by the fielder at mid-off. The ball was in the air for a long time. Once again, the ball was on the offside. Wanted to play onto the leg side. Takes a top edge. Goes high in the air. And the fielder at mid-off did not make a mistake here. And the second wicket goes for team Pakistan United on 50. That's a slow delivery onto the pads and just pushed it towards the fine leg for a single. Oh, that's a beautiful try. The ball was in the gap and in the air for a quite long time. And the fielder from deep mid wicket had to travel at least 15 to 20 yards just away from him. That was a valiant dive effort, but the ball was just away and the batsman survives, Imran Khan. So end of over number 6, 55 for 2 on the board. That's stays down low, and the batsman plays it towards the mid-wicket area for a single. That's full and delivery goes straight towards the cover region, and there is a fielder there. He stops the ball, and no chance of a run. Wants to cut, but takes an outside edge, going towards the third man region. The fielder trying to cut it off. Yes, he does eventually, but the batsman take 2 runs. That's played toward the point region. A dot delivery here. Wanted to play it hard, played it perfectly into the gap, and the ball races towards the boundary. That was hit hard and sweetly timed. So a 4 to end the over, 63 for 2. That's a beautiful delivery. At the same time, batsman just opening the face of the bat and guiding it towards the third man region for a boundary. That's a good hand delivery, not moving from the crease, plays it towards the core point region for a single. Slow delivery, just opening the body and plays it towards the cover region. a misfield by the fielder inside the 30-yard circle, and the ball races towards the boundary. So one more boundary of this over. 73 for 2. 10 runs of the first 4 deliveries. Coming down the track and playing towards the Estocolm region for a single. 7.5 overs, 74 for 2. Slower delivery, swing and a miss here. Batsman wanted to play, but that was a well disguised delivery. It was back of the hand and ball turning a bit and staying low as well. So a dot delivery to end the over. 74 for 2. Going on one knee and plays it towards the, the long on region for a single. And Imran Khan gives strike to Awais Mughal. Played it down the ground with a cross bat straight towards the long off fielder for a single. Plays it in the air, couple of bounces, good fielding, a good sliding field by the long on fielder there. Definitely saving 3 runs for the team. The ball was in the slot, but away from the right hander, and the batsman premeditated shot, wanted to play on towards the mid wicket, misses it with the cross bat. Once again, a cross bat shot missed, and the ball crashing onto the stumps. That's the wicket number 3, and Awais Mughal has to walk back. So that's a good bowling by the ball here. So 8.3 overs, 77 for 3. Bilal Bhatti is the new batsman. Oh, that's a brilliant delivery. A good delivery that comes to an end. Top delivery. So Kasun completes his 3 overs, giving away just 16 runs and 2 wickets. This over conceding only 3 runs and a wicket. So 77 for 3 in 9 overs, going at a run rate of 8.56, and the required run rate have slowly creeping up, and now 10.36. So the new bowler, Suel Pereira, he is the right arm medium pacer, coming around the wicket for the right hander. That's played straight down the ground. There is a chance, two fielders trying to cut it off, but this time the ball wins the race here and goes for a boundary. Swing and takes an outside edge, going towards the point region, and the ball goes into the boundary again. So two back-to-back boundaries here. So good intent by Imran Khan, and he is batting on 33 of just 18 deliveries with 6 boundaries. What a shot here. There is a fielder just over the head of the fielder there at a deep mid-wicket. And it is a boundary. There was a misjudge by the fielder there. He came in running for the ball, but it sailed over his head and goes for a maximum. Beg your pardon, it's a boundary. So 3 boundaries, 3 consecutive 4s. Good batting by Imran Khan here. That was a beautifully picked up shot in the slot and played it up and above the long off fielder for a maximum. Once again, a slow delivery, but in the slot, played it towards the fine leg. Batsman the fielder trying to cut it off, and this time once again, ball races into the boundary. 4 boundaries and 1 maximum of this over. The 5 deliveries bowled so far. 22 runs, and the last delivery yet to be bowled. Have to wait and watch what happens in the final delivery. Played it down the ground towards the long off, and they take a single. So a single to end the over. Good over for Team Pakistan United. 23 runs coming off this over. So 10 overs. That's 100 exact 100 for 3. Going at a run rate of exact 10, and the required run rate have dropped down to 9.05. One good over has changed the course of the game here. Oh, there is a chance, a good running between the wicket here, and the first delivery was outside off stump, and the batsman deliberately opening the face of the bat and plays it towards the point and goes for his 50. The Imran Khan 50 of just 23 deliveries. Brilliant piece of batting here. 8 fours and 1 maximum. Goes on one knee, plays it towards the backward square leg area for a boundary. He is making his presence felt here. What a shot. Something onto his leg side, and he goes on one knee and plays it towards the backward point range. There was a full delivery, played it down the ground towards the Lanka region. And now change the strike here. Bilal Bhatti, on the other hand, has faced only one delivery so far, yet to open his account. No foot movement whatsoever. Wanted to cut, but no connection. A dot delivery here. Once again, moving himself away from the ball, wanted to cut, and there is no connection here. Exactly the same thing. Three dot deliveries. Batsman trying to move away, and so that's the end of the over number 11, 107 for 3. That's a quicker delivery, good length, and another batsman with a cross bat plays it back to the bowler. Kasun Vasanta is the new bowler. Played it towards the extra cover region. That is a well diving effort, but the ball races to the boundary. So a boundary once again. Beautiful batting by Imran here. He sees the ball a bit away from him, opens his body and plays it brilliantly. That goes on one knee, high in the air. That's a chance. The fielder coming underneath it. And once again, it's a drop chance here. He reached to the ball. He was underneath it, had his both the hands, but could not grab the ball. And the batsman Imran Khan survives. That was a bad delivery onto the leg side, away from him. The batsman just had to put a bat onto it as the fine leg fielder was inside the 30-yard circle. He just had to beat that, and it was a definite boundary, and exactly that's what happened. So 4 more. Goes on one knee, plays towards the deep mid-wicket region. Fielder there cuts it off and just a single. So 11 runs of this over so far. So last delivery to Bilal Bhatti, who is yet to open his account. Once again played on a miss, goes straight to the keeper. So a dot delivery. Goes on one knee, two bounces straight to the fielder at deep mid wicket, and it's a single. Down the leg side, Ayesh is the new bowler. Ayesh Veerasinghe. So he's a right arm off break bowler. First run coming from the bat of Bilal Bhatti. Played it towards the extra cover region for a single. Way outside off stump and wide given by the umpire. That's a low full toss, slower in the air. Played it towards the long on region for a single. The three singles and a wide of this over. One, two, three of 12.3 overs. Oh, what a delivery here. Missing the bat. Played it hard down the ground, straight to the fielder at long off, and they take a single. So, end of 13 overs, 124. Tharindu Rajapakshe is the new bowler. He is a right arm off break bowler. Played it back to the bowler on the ground. A top delivery to start the new bowler, Tharindu. Played it towards the extra cover region for a single. And Bilal Bhatti is off the strike now. He is batting on 3 of 11 deliveries. Goes on one knee. What a beautiful shot there. He sees the ball being in the slot and played it handsomely over the long on fielder for a six. Once again, but this time in the air, there is a chance, the fielder there, but this time again, a drop chance. Imran Khan being lucky, this time it had gone straight to the fielder. He was comfortably beneath the ball, but could not again grab onto it. Once again, chance goes begging you. That's cut hard, but straight to the point, and the batsman Bilal Bhatti have to walk back. There was a pressure on him. 12 deliveries, just 3 runs. He had to go hard and tried to cut it. And there is a fielder at the point. He doesn't make a mistake here and he takes the catch. The fourth wicket goes for Team Pakistan United. And he hits it out of the park. What a shot by Abdul Mannan. And the first delivery, 6 runs. So over for Tharindu, 1 over. It was very impactful over. 14 runs and 1 wicket. The fielder coming underneath, oh, just falling short of the fielder at long on, and they stop for a single. Full toss and played it towards the cover region for a single. Just over the fielder at long off, and the ball sails into the boundary. What a shot coming from Imran Khan. It was hit in the air. It was there for quite some time, but this time no timing. And a ball landing in the 30-yard circle at the mid-off. And 1 run. He played it beautifully just in the gap here. It was running as a tracer bullet and goes towards the wide long off for a 4. That's a full toss played, but gone straight towards the cover region. And meanwhile, they take a quick single here. So good running between the wicket. Batsman would be missing on to this juicy full toss. And there was a chance of a run out as well. And that's out of the ground. He is playing a blinder of an inning here. He goes on one knee and plays it towards the deep mid-wicket area for a maximum. Now he moves on to his 89 of just 38 deliveries, going at a strike rate of 234. Takes an inside edge, goes towards the square leg area. Just a single. He moves into his 90s here. That's played in the air toward the point region, going for 2 runs. Abdul Mannan, he is a hard-hitting batsman. Comes down the track and plays it towards the cover region for a 6. What a shot. It's not easy to play into the offside. And that's been hit handsomely by Abdul Mannan. Played it up in the air. Fielder is just a spectator here, and that's gone out of the ground into the next ground. What a shot. What a shot! Just over the point fielder, and the ball races towards the boundary. That's a beautiful shot by Imran Khan. He is into his nervous 90s, but I don't think so. He is anyway nervous here. So just 6 runs required, and his strike rate is 235. Beautiful batting display, 4 maximums and 12 boundaries. That banging shot, I think so. There was a hand toward the ball. It's a drop catch. There was an edge for sure. Lucky for the batsman. Did not carry nicely to the keeper, but at the same time, unlucky as well. It missed the helmet by a whisker. So both the chances for a catch and a penalty missed by both the teams here. Coming down the track, played it towards the long off region for a single. And as wicket, the batsman moves away and wanted to play it up and above the long on fielder. In fact, yeah, and missed it completely and takes on 2 stumps, and that's the wicket. So the captain Arsalan Asif comes on the crease. The first delivery, good line delivery, played it towards the mid off, and no chance of a run here. Played it straight towards the long off, and they are off for a single. So the end of over number 17, 180 for 5. Good over for Imperial Sri Lanka, 6 runs and a wicket. Vinod Nishan is the new bowler. That's a good line delivery, hitting the deck hard, but outside off stump, having ample room for the batsman to free his arm, playing it toward the deep point region for a single. Now the strike comes on to Imran Khan. Going down the track, wanted to play. What happened here? He was in his 95. He wanted to hit a six and make a century. Missed by the batsman, and the stumps being uprooted. Unlucky for the batsman here. He has to walk back on 95, but he played a brilliant innings, just facing 43 deliveries with 12 fours and 4 sixes. Is there a twist in the tail here? 181 for 6. 10 still required of 16 deliveries. So now we have to wait and watch what happens next. Piyush Kumar, the new batsman. Oh, what a delivery! It's banging short and just above the shoulder height. A warning given for the bowler here for above the shoulder. That's a slow delivery, takes an inside edge, going towards the fine leg region. The fielder coming from the deep square leg, trying to cut it off and does it well and keeps it down to just 2 runs. So 8 more required. In 14 deliveries. That once again takes an inside edge going towards the square leg region. The batsman wants double, but sent back by the captain here. Just a single. Takes an edge going towards the third man. There is a fielder there. Cuts it off just a single. So that's the end of over number 18. 185 for 6. 6 runs required of 12. One good over. or a couple of wickets could make a difference here. That's a beautiful delivery, back of a good length, almost chest height, and carries nicely to the keeper. The batsman wanted to swing, missed it, and straight into the gloves of keeper here. Played it beautifully towards the mid-wicket area, and that gone for a four. Just 2 runs required. Straight to the fielder at the covers, and that's a wicket here. So as I said, that could be twist in the tail. Full toss, the play straight to the fielder. What a catch here! As I said, it's a game where you can change the course at any given point of time. Eighth wicket goes, now just 2 runs required. And as I was saying, just a few moments before, what we can notice here is a kind of a twist in the tail. Imperial Sri Lanka coming back strongly, but I believe they're coming back at very late. bit too late. If they would have got some wickets before, there was definitely a chance. But this time, they want to attack. What an attacking field here. All the fielders inside the 30-yard circle. And beautiful delivery, almost a block hole Yorker, a dot delivery. So end of over number 19. 189 for 8. I think so. They require 2 runs in 6 deliveries. What's happening? Team Pakistan United must have taken it a bit light here. And all the credit goes for the bowlers and the fielders of Imperial Sri Lanka. At the later part, now all the fielders inside except for long on. That's taken and outside edge and flies towards the boundary, and that's the end of the match here. Team Pakistan United have won the toss, in fact won the match with 2 wickets. And a big congratulations for Pakistan United and hard luck for team Imperial Sri Lanka. They came back very strongly, but at the last part of the game, they got few wickets but could not win the match. So once again, congratulations for team Pakistan United. And that's all from the Combox. See you in the next match.